Hello everyone, welcome to the another entry for the TPCC 12 known as the Principles of Transportation Engineering. So I guess I have to apologize for not completing the chapter 4. It's because it took me a lot of time to study and to construct the another entry or the another part of that entry. So I propose to discuss to you the chapter 5 instead, no? It's because medyo mas dali ni siya compare atong sa previous. So at this portion, since we will discuss about the chapter 5, and the chapter 5 is all about highway safety and accident analysis. Okay, so what will be the lesson of this chapter? So we will discuss the highway safety, then the data collection, or how we can obtain the data with which we are going to use for the analysis. Then we have classifications of accidents, the traffic capacity, the ADT and AADT, the crash reduction factor, the accident rates on the segment and intersection, the severity ratio, and lastly we will engage in problem solving, no? So I will demonstrate a sample problem and the solution for that one. Okay, so let me discuss to you what will be the lesson outcome. So at first, okay, we have to describe the importance of the highway safety, then classify the types of accidents, then calculate the problem relating to accident rates and severity ratio. Okay, so why highway safety is important? So nganong importante ang highway safety? Okay, so according to the World Health Organization, about 1.35 million people die each year in road traffic deaths on world's roads. So ingunana kalala ang traffic accident, no? So 1.35 million again, no, die each year. So there are about 54% and considered vulnerable road users, no? Sa 100% ng mga road users, 54% ana ang vulnerable, no, sa road accidents. And 22 countries only had amended their laws to bring them in a line with the best practice on one or more key risk factors for traffic injuries between over the past 3 years. Meaning to say, 22 countries, so there are about daghan kay nga countries ang the entire world, no? Pero 22 lang ka countries ang nag-amend lang sa ilahang balaod. So medyo kuan kayo, no, kanang alarming, no? It's quite alarming. It's because for more than a decade, road accidents remain as one of the major public health problem based on WHO statistics, no? Gikan ani nga statistics. So napabilin gihapon siya nga public health problem, no? Okay, so that is why nga importante ang highway safety is because daghan ang nangamatay ana. So mura-mura ra po na siya og murag pandemya or kanang mga sakit bitaw nga nakakos og worldwide nga accident or deaths, no? Okay, this accident deaths. Okay, so next. Okay, so here are the map which shows the number of road accidents for the entire world, no? So ang pinakapula di nga portion is naa siya multiplier nga 100,000, so that will be more than 70,000 ang sa portion kung asa na ay maroon color, no? So let us say somewhere here in the Africa and part of the Middle East, no? Okay, so ang pinakalala dire kasagaran, ang pinakapula kayo, ang pinakadaghan og road accidents na itabo was more likely na asa diri sa may Middle East, no? O sa some portions of the Africa. Okay, so next, Okay, data for accident analysis can be collected from. So asa ta pwede mag-collect og mga data for data or accident analysis. Okay, the first one, we have the police records, then the medical records, road highway patrol units, and the highway safety researchers. So why police records? Is because when there is an accident, so kinahanglan na nila i-record kung unsay mga vehicles involved. Okay, so that is part of their job. Then the medical records, okay, paghuman sa mga police, magkuha na ng mga responde dahil na sila og mga emergency services, no? Tapos highway patrol units, if ever man, no, nga on the spot na ay mga highway patrol units, okay, mas madali-dali man nga makaresponde ang highway patrol units compare sa police, no? Kaya ang police kinahanglan pa man na siya nga naay mo mo kuan sila mo contact sa ilaha, whereas ang patrol units is naagi na sila sa highway mismo. Then ang highway safety researchers mo na sila kadtong mga researchers kung nagakandak og research nga naanay mga gi-collect na daan nga data, mga secondary data, which is ilahan ang gi-compile na nila, no? So if ever man mangita ka og mga data which is kinahanglan nimo nga magamit for accident analysis, so among these people pwede nimo ma-collect ang data sa ilaha. Okay, then we have to classify the accidents. So there are 3 types of accident: natay fatal, natay injury, then property damage. So ang fatal mo na gyud na siya ang dead, no? Deads na. Okay, then we have injury. Okay, if we are referring to mga kuha lang na siya, no, kanang which is not fatal, no, any type of wound which is non-fatal, okay, or that cannot cause lives, no. Then we have property damage, which is not wala siya nag-involve og tao, no, anything, mga property, mga cars or unsa man na diha, no, buildings, kung nagabanggaan ba niya, okay, establishments, something like that. Then we have the main cause of road accidents. So base sa based on the Transport Department of Jharkhand, the main cause of road accidents are due to human error. So most of the road users are aware of general rules and safety measures, but the laxity of the part that cause accidents and crashes. So meaning to say nga based sa Transportation Department sa Jharkhand, kaya ang pinaka-main cause daw sa accident is ang human error. Malamang kay wala may laing nagadrive sa sakyanan kundi tao magyud, no? Okay, gawas lang og animal, pero labo kay na siya may tabo class, no? So walay laing pasanginlan, tao gyud. So di man pud mudagan ang sakyanan pag walay nag-drive siya, ha. Okay. So with this, although ang kuan man gud, ang problema man gud sa tao is naa siya, although sama silang giingon nga even though they are aware of the general rules and safety measures, para sa nang magsuot og seatbelt, no, para sa nang magsuot og mga gear, no, safety gears para sa kanang motorcycle, pero ang naa sa part sa ilaha, nay part sa ilaha nga kana bitawng magkuan lang ba, kanang wala, kanang lax lang ba, no, kanang i-disregard lang nila, no, ang kana dili nila i-put into practice. Okay, so in some cases class, ang kana mga negligence mo na makakos sa accidents and crashes, no. Okay, so among these are overspeeding, kay kabalo naman taon sa overspeeding, then drunk driving, kanang mag-drive nga hubog, carelessness, kanang way pakabana sa ubang motorista, no, sa karsada, reckless driving, kana bitong di gani kabalo mo drive gani, or medyo dili pa kayo kabalo mo drive, siguro lisod man po siguro iingon nga mo drive nga wa kabalo, kanang dili pa lang kayo siya hasa ba mo drive, pero ni drive siya according which is dili siya base siyang skill, no. Okay, so although kung ibutang nato limited lang yang skill sa driving, pero ang iyahang maneuver is medyo mura na siya og kanang professional, no, para sa nang ubang mga kamuti riders bitaw diha. Okay, so karang kasagaran mga kamuti riders feeling nila para sa nang mga naka-drive lang og kanang mga motor nga kusog kuan dakog sisi, magpa-rider din na sila. Naiuban nga pa ikis-ikis og ikis-ikis og dagan nga pagawman. They are not professional drivers, no? Okay, so that is reckless driving. Then we have the disregard of traffic rules. So mo na giingon nga although knowledgeable enough about the rules and regulations of the traffic, but still they choose to disregard, no? Okay. So next is we have to discuss what is traffic or highway capacity. So the traffic or highway capacity refers to the ability of the road to accommodate the traffic volume per unit of time when the volume of vehicle exceeds the limit of traffic. It means congestion, no? Pag manubra na sa capacity ang volume of vehicle sa dalan, no? Okay, kung ibutang nato class nga ang dalan is kaya lang mo cater sa ingunani nga klaseng volume, pero once nga mosobra na gani na siya, meaning to say congested na siya, no? Okay, that is congestion. So this was fairly based on the road's level of service, no? Okay, so ang kanang level of service ma-determine ninyo diri dapita nga part, no, sa inyong right side. Okay, so this one is based upon the highway capacity manual, which defines the level of service categories for freeways and multi-lane highways as shows, no? So if we say level of service A, so that means very good, no? Kung makita nimo dire, this one is the level of service at A, meaning say how ang kayo ang dalan, tapos medyo is because gamay lang ang volume sa traffic. So, up to level of service F, which is very poor, kung makita ninyo the comparison of each level of service, ang sa level service at F is kung asa niyo makita ang daghan kayo siya og sakyanan, which is that exceeds the capacity of the highway. Kung ibutang nato ang capacity sa highway is mga makakaya lang niya kaya lang niya mo-handle og about mga 200 cars. 200 cars in 1 hour. Pero once nga mo exceed na siya, so that means nananay traffic congestion, no? Muna ng traffic. Okay. So it is also used in determining the peak hour factor kining traffic highway capacity. Okay. So the traffic highway capacity is also important kay ang kining iyang data na niya o about the highway capacity, magamit ni siya for determining your peak hour. Kabalo naman ta sa peak hour, no? Kung ano sa ang peak hour, magid na siya ang time nga busy kayo ang karsada. Okay. So diha nato siya ibase ang atoang highway capacity. Okay. Next, we have the ADT, no? Which is both pasabot na niya average daily traffic. So the average of 24-hour traffic counts collected over a number of days greater than 1 but less than a year. So these counts are used for planning of highway activities, measuring current traffic demand and evaluating existing traffic flow. So magamit lang nini siyang ADT class pang just in case og naatay mga highway activities para sa nang mga motorcade, no? Then we have measuring current traffic demand, which is magamit nato ni siya for forecasting, just because dili man siya 1 year, no? Dili siya kinahanglan nga 1 year ang imong data for average daily traffic. Okay, then we have evaluating existing the traffic flow. Let us say for example kana bitong i-determine nimo this ibutang nato karong simanaha. You need to determine kung pila ka buok capacity sa traffic volume nga imuhang i-determine. So by this, you may able to determine your ADT para ma-expect mahatag nimo ang expected number of vehicles nga moagi ani by the next days kung parehas lang gyapon ang iyahang traffic situation, no? Or parehas lang gyapon kanang walay mga special events ba. Okay, kung na mag special events, dili na siya parehas, dili na siya usual ang iyahang average daily traffic, no? Okay, so dili parehas ang counting sa kanang normal nga days, parehas ana bitong during Mondays to Fridays kung kanos ting trabaho na sa mga trabahante o ting sulod og eskwela, pero kung weekend, Sabado ug Domingo, so lahi pod ang iyahang performance ana or lahi pod ang traffic count ana. It's because pag weekends wala man po'y either daghan, it's because weekend dagay mugala, dagay mangkuan ba, dagay manuroy kay siyempre wala goy kuan, wala goy trabaho. Kaya we can say that it could either that the working days can be greater than the traffic on the weekends, or the weekend traffic can be greater than the working days, no? So, depende sa klaseng sitwasyon, no? Okay. Next, we have ADT. So, average annual daily traffic. So, the average of 24-hour traffic counts collected every day in the year. These counts are used to estimate highway user revenues, compute accident rates, and establish volume trends. So, kining average annual daily traffic class is somewhat similar lang ni siya sa ADT, pero kini siya is, we say annual, meaning to say the whole year, no? Sa isa ka tibukan nga tuig. Ang sa ADT class, less than a year siya. So, muna ang nakalahi sa ilahang duha, no? So, ang kining ADT class, gigamit ni siya kasagaran to compute the accident rates. Kaya nga to amang gikuan nato dire. Kung ang imuhang planning is for long term, imong gamiton is ADT, pero pang short term lang, pang traffic management. Okay, so that is ang imuhang gamiton was ADT, no? Next, we have road accident rate. Now, sa road accident rate, it is a total number of crash incident recorded per unit of time. So, it can be obtained by dividing the total number of accidents over the period the accidents were recorded. So, kung kanus tong accidents gi-record, kung pila ang iyang duration sa, kita say, for 5 years, gikan sa 1990s up to 1995, kay kung pila ka number of accidents recorded atong year, imo siyang i-total, then i-divided by nimo og 5, no? Gikan man sa 1995 up to 1990s to 1995. Okay, so murag ingon ana. Okay, so the accident rate, therefore, like let us say we can say nga 100 accident per year, kana mga 200 accidents per year, mga ingon ana, no? So na siya mga per year. Okay. Then we have the crash reduction factor. Okay, a crash reduction factor is the percentage crash reduction that might be expected after implementing the given countermeasure at a specific site. For example, the installation of centerline rumble strips of two-lane roadway can expect 14% reduction in all crashes and 55% reduction in head-on crashes. Meaning to say, ang kaning CRF class, okay, which means a crash reduction factor, okay, it is a number of percentage that may cause o na certain countermeasure nga maka-minimize siya og number of accidents from the kanang wala gyoy countermeasure. Okay, so parehas ana nga situation bitaw class nga accident prone area ni siyang lugar, no? Dayon walay countermeasures nga naitabo. So ibutang nato nga ang by 10 years, over the past 10 years, naay accident nga mahitabo about mga 20 kabuk number of accidents. Okay. Then sa diha na nga gibutangan na siya og countermeasure such as pagbutang og mga pedestrian, kay kung magbutang mga pedestrian, ang mga motorista kinahanglan nila mag slow down, right? Okay. Then aside from that, kinahanglan po ka magbutang og mga traffic signs, no? Now, ang pagbutang sa traffic signs o kanang pagbutang og pedestrian, na siya equivalent crash reduction factor. Okay, so ma-discuss nato ng crash reduction factor class sa part 2 sa ato ang chapter 5. Okay, so I'll give you that, no? Okay, so as of now, so mo proceed lang sa ato ang main nato nga discussion. Okay, next we have the accident rates per million entering vehicles for an intersection. Okay, so this formula here is used for determining the accident rates using the parameters of or variables such as total number of accidents, we have the period in years, and the annual daily traffic, no? Or ADT actually ni siya, no? Nakulangan. Dili ni siya average day, basig maalaan siya average daily traffic ba? So ADT ni siya, no? Okay. So the formula here to compute for the accident rates, we have R is equal to A times 1 million divided by ADT times 365 times N. So I don't need to explain nga nung i-multiply siya og 1 million. Okay. So I guess this one is we are talking about the accident rates per million entering vehicles. Then, ang kining 365 class is to convert the number of days into year, no? Okay. So, this one, this formula is intended for intersection. So, what if kung segment sa highway? So, but pasabot anang segment sa highway, kanang straight lang bitaw siya nga dalan, no? Segment. Okay. So, sa segment of the highway, this is 100 million vehicle miles of travel. Whereas, ang diri dapita sa tuang intersection, that is million entering vehicles sa intersection. Diri is 100 million vehicle miles of travel. Okay? So, that is why, siguro, gikan siguro siya sa 1 million number of vehicles, 1 million entering vehicles, multiply siya og 100 because, 100 miles, no? So, multiply nimo siya, so that will be 100 million. Okay? So, almost the same lang ang iyahang formula class. Ang nakalahi lang, isang multiplying factor nga 100 million, and we have na atay L, no? Unsa man ang L? The length of the segment in miles, no? Okay. So, to compute the accident rates in terms of segment, so we have accident multiplied by 100 million divided by ADT, which is the average annual daily traffic, multiplied by 365 times the period in years, times L, which is in length in miles. Okay. Then after that, we have to determine the estimated reduction, if ever man kung kinahanglan gi-ask siya sa problem, to calculate the estimated reduction of total crashes, meaning to say kung naay countermeasure na itabo sa usa ka area, sa accident prone area, naay countermeasure gibutang. Okay, so to calculate the number of accidents nga iyahang nabawas, no? Okay, so we have estimated the reduction coming from that countermeasure equal to CRF ato nga countermeasure multiplied by the total number of accidents. Then we have the severity ratio. Okay. So why unsay importansya atong kinahanglan to siya i-classify ang mga number of accidents or kitong mga accidents kinahanglan nato siya i-classify. It's because for this sake, no, the severity ratio. So it defines the level or degree of accident in a certain area. The scale will be varied according as specified by the observer or by the code prescribed by the agency. Meaning to say, the severity ratio meant that kung pila ka mo percentage, kung mulabaw ba ang fatal sa usa ka total number of accidents from the, let us say, from the average, no? Let us say, sa 100 number, so 100 number of accidents, kung ang mugawas diri sa severity ratio is ulampas siya og 50, meaning to say this type of situation right here sa kining area, severe ang accident dire, grabe ang aksidente, no? So to calculate the severity ratio at this portion of an area, so you just simply sum up the fatal plus injury divided by the total accidents of fatal, injury plus property damage. Okay, next. Now, let us try a sample problem. So, data on a traffic accident recorded on a certain intersection for the past 4 years has an accident rate of 9,200 per million entering vehicles. Okay, so if the total number of accident is 802, so find the average daily traffic entering the intersection during the 4-year period. Okay, so take note sa problem class, unsa may gibot pa sa po na to. Kinahanglan nato i-identify ang mga given. Okay, we have a period of 4 years, tapos ang accident rate niya is about 9,200, no? 9,200. And we have a total number of accident that is 802. So we can calculate the ADT, no? So find the average daily traffic, meaning to say we have to calculate the ADT. Okay, so the solution for this problem is by using the formula for the intersection. So, nganong intersection man natong gamiton? Okay, take note, ang gimension dire is intersection, right? So, ang formula sa accident rate sa intersection ato ang gamiton, which is R is equal to A, or the accident multiplied by 1 million divided by ADT times 365 times N. Take note, atong N, the period is 4 years, then the accident rate is 9,200, then we have the total number of accident is 802. So, to calculate the ADT or average annual daily traffic average annual daily traffic, so we have 9,200 equals to 802 multiplied by 1 million. 1 million na ba? 1 million divided by ADT, no? Which is unknown, times 365 times the period of 4 years. Okay, solve na to. So, the answer is 59.71, or i-round off na to na siya into 60. It's because we are referring to the number of accident, no? Okay, wala man siguro yung aksidente siguro nga decimal, no? Ang number of accident, it should be whole number. Okay. Next. Okay, sample problem 2. The accident rates for 100 million vehicle miles of travel caused by people attempting to pass a heavily traffic two-lane rural highway is 60. No? Ang accident rates daw is equivalent to 60. So the length of the road is 10 miles with an average daily traffic of 36,000. Determine the estimated yearly reduction in total crashes if the crash reduction factor is 0.25. Okay. So, in order for us to calculate the estimated yearly reduction, first, we must determine the given, no? Okay, natay accident rate nga 60. Tapos natay length nga 10 miles. Tapos natay annual average daily traffic nga 36,000. So unsa nga to ang ipangita nato dire? So we need to calculate first the total number of accident. Tapos the total number of accident i-multiply nato sa tuang crash reduction factor, and we will get the estimated yearly reduction of total crashes. So muna tong buhaton. So take note class, sa problem we can get yearly. No, we can get the word yearly. Say, unsay bot pasabot anang yearly, meaning to say for a period of 1 year. Now karon, to use the formula of the accident rate, manginahanglan man ta og period. Since nag-mention siya yearly, ang atong gamiton nga n is equal to 1. Okay. So from the formula, R is equal to accident multiplied by 100 million divided by ADT times 365 times N times L. So we have 60. Okay, 60 equals to the total number of accident, so which is unknown, multiplied by 100 million. Okay, 100 million. Pila ka? 0. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we have 8 zeros. Okay, 36,000 multiplied by 365 times N, which is yearly, times the length of the segment, which is 10 miles. Okay, syntax error. Okay, so shift solved, no? So we can have 78.84 or i-run off na to na siya into whole. So there are about 79 total number of accidents. Wala man siguro yung accident, total number of accidents nga 78.84 nga decimal, no? Okay. So i-run off din muna siya into whole number. So what is your total estimated reduction? So base sa problem na atay CRF nga 0.25, multiply that one to the total number of accidents. So 0.25 times 79, so that is 19.75 or 20. Since ang atuang bot pasabot aning estimated number of reduction is the number of accident that is nabawas tungod atong countermeasure siguro nga gibutang ato nga karsada, no? Okay. So that is a total of 20. So we have 79 times 0.25. Okay, that is 19.75. So run off nimo 20. Okay, so next problem. We have sample problem 3, no? Okay, based on the following record of the road accidents, find the severity ratio for the period of 5 years. So, diri class, from the year 1992 up to year 1996, okay, natay mga recorded number of accidents o gikategorize siya as property damage, then injury and fatal, no? Okay. So, ang atuang kuan nato, atong buhaton nato ani nga problem class is to calculate your severity ratio for this 5-year period. Okay. So, to calculate the severity ratio class, kinahanglan itotal nato ang number of fatal, number of injury, and number of property damage. And that is 21, 293, and 961. So, to calculate your severity ratio, you just simply make use of this formula as fatal plus injury divided by the total fatal plus injury plus property damage. And that is 21 plus 200. Okay, 21 plus 293. Okay, divided by 21 plus 293. Okay, plus 961. So, therefore, your severity ratio is equivalent to 0.25, no? Okay, pangutana, lala ba siya? Dili, kay it's because 0.25 ra ang severity ratio or more likely equal to 25%. But depende siguro class, no, kung giunsa ninyo pag unsay gigamit ninyo nga severity index. Okay, so naay severity index nga gigamit sa laing source class nga gi-specify gyud nilang maayo ang type of number of accidents, no? Okay. So this is how to calculate the severity ratio. Next, let us go to sample problem 4. So a 20-mile section of a Cavite coastal road had the following report accidents including property damage only accidents, no? So, it is required to compute the accident rates of enduring accidents for a period of 5 years from 1980. Kay take note class kani nga mga problem nagawas daw ni siya sa board exam before. So, I don't know lang sa inyo ha karon, no? Okay. So, by the time 1980s up to 1984 na sila'y mga kanya-kanyang recorded number of accidents from property damage, from injury, and fatal. Then each of this year na sila'y recorded number of ADT, no? Average annual daily traffic. Okay. So how shall we calculate the accident rate for this problem? So, to calculate your accident rate, unsa may kinahanglan nato sa accident rate, di ba? Total number of accidents, tapos the period, no? Take note, kini siya class is, sasama ni siya, segment or intersection. So, this one is segment, kaya naaman siya gihatag nga length sa segment, which is 20 mile. So, mogamit ta og formula sa accident rate for segment. Okay. Next, okay, nanatay length sa muna to, no? Total number of accident, tapos ADT. Okay, naman tayo ADT dire. So, unsa tong buhaton ani, no? Then we have the period, no? Period na to is 5 years, no? Gikan sa 1990 to 1994, 1980 to 1984. Then we have the length of the segment, which is 20 miles. Okay. So, to use the accident rate formula, okay, so N equal to 5, accident rate is unknown, then the length is 20. So, take note, we have enduring accidents. No? Enduring accidents ang gi-mention sa problem. Meaning to say, unsa nga mga, okay, we consider as property damage as counted ni siya as accident, right? Tapos we have injury considered as accident, and labo na ang fatal, we consider this one. All of this one are considered accident. Pero ang dimension sa problem class is accident rates of injury. So pwede na to makategorize ang injury o ang fatal as injury. Kining property damage, wala may ma-injure diri dapita kay property man eh. So ang total number of accidents will be based according to the total of fatal and injury, no? Okay. So we have the total number of accident is the summation of total of fatal and summation of injury. So that is 346, no? Then sa ADT class, so individual man ang ilahang ADT for every consecutive years. So dili nimo ni siya pwede i-sum up. Kay take note, ang kining ADT is average annual daily traffic. Average, meaning to say average siya, no? So we have to get the average of the 5 years, no? 5 years nga ADT. Okay, average nila. Okay, so we have 12,000, 12,500, 16,000, 13,500, and 14,000. All over divided by 5, no? 5 consecutive years. Okay. So ang result niya class, ang ADT na to is 13,600. So naanatay ADT, naanatay total number of accident, naanatay N which is 5, naanatay L which is 20. So magamit na nato ang formula sa ato ang accident rate for segment, dili intersection, segment, no? Okay. So we have total number of accident which is 346 multiplied by 100 million. Okay, 100 million. Tama na ba yung mga zero? Okay. Then we have ADT which is 13,600 multiplied by 365 multiplied by N which is 5 times L which is 20. So therefore, ang atuang accident rate is equivalent to 69.70 or kung i-round up nimo na siya, that is 70. No? Okay. So that is the part 1 of the chapter 5. Okay. So we will continue this one, no? Next para sa tuang part 2 sa chapter 5. So if you have questions, you can contact me. Okay. So that's all. Thank you. Bye-bye.